Well, hello, everybody. How are you doing? I am Josh Barron. I'm the National Director of the Karaoke World Championships. And I'm really excited about having our first Q&A today about the 2023 Karaoke World Championship seasons. I've been part of the Karaoke World Championships since 2010 when I originally started as a state director in Washington State. And in 2010 and 2011, we did an amazing job. We had three singers in the male division make it as silver, bronze, and also fifth in the United States. And then in 2010, we also had a silver medalist in the female division. And then we also had our fifth and sixth place person also from Washington State as in that final round. And it was amazing. What a great experience it was. And then in 2011, we did a Karaoke Battle USA on ABC TV. And we made it all the way to the final round where our singer, Sammy Vaharo, that year was second in the US and got beat by Josh Scholl, who went to Worlds. And then we also got our first gold that year with Christina Jopp. And it is an amazing adventure. Karaoke World Championships. Let me tell you a lot more about this. So, Karaoke World Championships was actually started by an Olympian in Finland. He competed both in the Winter and the Summer Olympics, and he came back to Finland. And in Finland, they love karaoke. They are all about going to karaoke all the time. Like the minute you're off work, it's the way to unwind, and also it's a great community, as a lot of you I'm sure have witnessed as yourself at your local venues and in your local areas. And he's at karaoke and he's drinking with his friends and singing karaoke. He's like, why is there not an Olympiad of karaoke? And that is what started that. And we are in our 21st year of a world finals for the Karaoke World Championships. The U.S. has been part of it for 20 years. We took 1 year off right at the beginning. And I'm very proud that in 2016, I was offered at the end of the season the national directorship of the Karaoke World Championships. I came back in 2015 as a state director, and then 2016 we held the national finals in Seattle, where we ended up with 2 gold medals at the World Finals and also 2 silver medals at the World Finals. And while I do take some credit because I was the state director and it did come from my state, and also we produced the national finals. A lot of it came from your talent. It had really nothing to do with me. My job as the Karaoke World Championship national director is to find that talent and to find our next world champ from the U.S. Someone who can outshine all the rest from all over the world and all over this country. And it's really exciting. I have so much fun with it. And, every day I see singers from all over the U.S. Because I live here in Vegas and they're all coming here. And I see people who are world-class champs who don't even know it yet. And I know that our next champ can be from anywhere in the US. It doesn't have to be from Washington. It doesn't have to be from Vegas. It can be from anywhere. I know that this whole competition is geared for people who have given who have given up on their dreams of being a professional singer and performer because they had to either go to the military, they became a mom, they're working the fields, or they take a 9-to-5 job. A lot of things got in their way of that dream. And a lot of people have given up on that, and which is sad. And what our whole purpose is to give you back that opportunity to try out and be a world champ and get that stage. You'll be able to sing on stages that you've never had a chance to even sing on, and it's really hard to even get to and sing on. And we're going to talk about today. So what we're going to be talking about on the show today is we're going to be talking about how to get involved as a singer, as a venue, as a state director, as a judge, as a mentor, how to even be helping us on our support staff, and also even how to be a sponsor of the Karaoke World Championships. Before we go on, I want to talk about where our World Finals are. This year, our World Finals are in November, the first week of November, and in the lovely Panama. And I just so happen to have a really cool video on Panama It's going to be all inclusive and amazing, and a stage and an adventure that this is what you strive for. This is what you, when you hit Worlds, it doesn't matter if you win the gold at Worlds. Really, it's getting there. You already are a champ. So let me show you what Panama's all about.
The Karaoke World Championships is the world's biggest and most prestigious global talent competition and karaoke event. It represents a passion for music and for global friendships through singing. We thank Norway for their hospitality and great production for 2022. Now is time to reveal the place where we will meet in 2023, and we are talking about Panama. Panama's unique location provides the experience of a lifetime. We are gifted with having a wide range of rainforests, a desert, and breathtaking beaches on both coastlines, the Caribbean and the Pacific, all within driving distance of a cosmopolitan city. Experience the unique slice of big city life where skyscrapers reign supreme and cut out a striking skyline right along the water. Adding complexity to the modernity of Panama City is the juxtaposition of historic sites like Panama Viejo and the cobblestone streets of Casco Antiguo. Arguably, the most famous attraction in Panama is the Panama Canal. As one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, it is a must-see for anyone traveling in the country. Built to dramatically decrease the travel time for ships between the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. We will be having our KWC 2023 event at the ideally located Hotel El Panama by Ferranda Grand, a member of Radisson Individuals. Located minutes from Panama City's vibrant nightlife and waterfront attractions like Cinta Costera, a 12-story hotel sets the tone for a tropical experience with an impressive lagoon pool, lush gardens, and mesmerizing views of the bay to the south and the green hills to the north. Let's sing and enjoy the Karaoke World Championships 2023 in Panama City.
Well, how cool is that going to be? I know I'm like mind blown because I've really always wanted to go down to Panama. It is beautiful there, and the amenities and the experience you're going to have are going to be like no other you've ever had. Also, our national finals this year is going to be in the middle of August, in the 3rd week of August. We're not announcing the venue yet because we're in the final negotiations. And but all the national finalists from all over the states from the U.S. are going to funnel into the national finals, where they're going to compete as a soloist to find out who the next world champ is. And also this year we are bringing back duets at national finals, so stay tuned for that. It is going to be an incredible experience. Not only is the top soloist going to win a trip to the world finals in Panama, but the top duet team is also going to be winning a trip to the world finals. Also, our 2nd place singer in the national finals will also be winning a spot at world finals. So, a lot of people are like, hey, how does this work? How do I win at this? And there's some amazing things. And what we have is a rubric that this whole competition is scored on. And pretty much what this is scored on, I was going to bring on Ian, who was last year one of our head judges of the Karaoke World Championships, but he cannot make it. He is indisposed right now, and we wish him well. And we judge this on 4 different criteria based on a 10-point score, just like an Olympiad. And the first thing that we judge on is the voice, the quality of voice, the technique you have is another one we judge on from 1 to 10. Artistry from 1 to 10, and stage presence now 1 to 10. And all of those can be broken down further into subcategories. You can find that on the KWC USA website, which is kwcusa.org. And I really stress to singers to always know when you're going into a competition to always look what you're being scored on. You don't want to lose any any points that you could possibly have just from like being dressed wrong or just by not moving or having gestures. There's a it's a one of the things that we constantly see, and with that we have created something within our membership. So we have a great membership, and as a singer, I do stress that you should use it because this is going to help you along your way on your journey to become the next national champ and the next US champ. And that is our membership program. Um, Membership has many benefits. When you are done trying out for the karaoke world champ, like let's say you go to your venue, you try out, and then after you're done, you're like, I don't know why I didn't move on, or wow, I came in first. What were my scores? Well, one of the things that we did is we made it so you can get your scores within 78 hours of that competition. And not only get your scores, but you get the judges' notes. There's only one way to get better in this competition is by knowing what those notes are and knowing what those scores are. So we're able to provide that to you. It's a great benefit to have. And it leads me to my next thing is that with membership, you are able to get mentorship. And mentorship comes from from this program that originally we started a training program in the US called Keep On Singing, and where we had these were live events, and we also tried it during COVID and also right before COVID. We tried it as a national program as well, where we had judges slash coaches who were coaching these singers along the way through an 8-week program. And in this program, they got mentoring. They got to go over the notes from their last performances, and there were cuts along the way, very much like an idol program. But the one thing that we saw is we really honed their skills and made them ready to win the gold in the United States. In fact, we've had multiple singers come from that program who are bronze medalists and gold medalists, and it's really exciting to see them take those notes and take that seriously. One of the people who have been involved has become not only a U.S. champ, but has made the world championships twice. Not only has she made it twice, but she also started competing within that program called Keep On Singing. And last year, she went all the way to Worlds. She got that chance to be on that world stage in Norway, and she took 9th in the world. And I would like to introduce you all to Corrine Kindred.
Hi.
Hi, Corrine. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you, Josh.
So, one of the things that so I met Corrine actually on Smule, which is a great singing program that you can work on your skills at home. And she's also perfected the art of making singing videos through Smule. And you can actually check out the video on our Karaoke World Championships YouTube page on KWC USA, the channel on YouTube, or you can also look for it on our Facebook page. It should be not on Facebook page, on our website too, kwcusa.org, under the channel section, and you should be able to scroll to her video, and it tells you how to make better videos. And we just went through our first video round, and I wish that some of them would have seen that before they did that, because while you're not getting judged on the video quality per se in the video rounds, it's really easy to lose points because we can't hear you, or there's too much background noise, or too many distractions, or the camera's at the wrong angle. We can't see those body languages and things like that. And Corrine has really pinpointed that in all of her performances. And when I found her on us, when I was recruiting people off Smule, I saw her videos and I was blown away. And I reached out to her, and that Wednesday she showed up at a venue to try out, and it was the Keep On Singing program. Had no idea she was in the same state, and she took silver in that program, right? You took silver in that program, and then she became the Washington State champion later on, and has been in the final round every single year that she's been involved, and she's made it to Worlds
Keep
twice.
on trying.
Exactly. And Corrine, what do you feel like by being part of that program? One of the reasons why we also tasked you with becoming that director of mentorship is that I feel like you got a lot out of that program, where you got a lot of the notes and you saw how we were training you to be that next champ. what do you think you bring as the mentor and through that whole process of not only Keep On Singing, but the Karaoke World Championships and working with mentors within so many different aspects of the KWC? What do you think you can bring to show off everyone else's skills?
Um, well, that is a huge question. Probably, the fact that it can take a long time, and it really is about becoming better at your craft. Whether you win or not, you are going to improve your stage presence, your ability to perform live, think on your feet, make a beautiful video if you can't go and audition in a state venue. Let's see. Uh, I would say that it really does kind of tell you who you are.
Oh, definitely,
um,
definitely.
and here is where I want to say that there were so many times when by the time I got done with either the weekly video that we had to do during COVID, or when we got done with the live competition, I said, I'm done. That's it. And you know that
Yeah,
because you were the one that talked me back into it, but not in a pressure way. You allowed, and I think that what you want to know is that every single time that you do this, um, you you are getting something personally, whether it's stick to itiveness, whether it's learning to have a little bit tougher skin, whether it's learning that judging is not, I hate to say, it's not objective, it is subjective. And you're going to have some judges that love you and some judges that don't, some that understand the genres you're singing in and some that hate the genres you're singing in. But the main key and the thing that I learned and that I hope that I can pass on to others is to be you. Be
yeah,
you, but let that ego go so that you can hear someone else say, listen, this was really good, but here is what you really need to work on. And even if it's a different song than you, or sometimes you can sing the same song but a different arrangement, and it makes all the difference in the world. And so to be able to get someone to help you with that, to point out those things, can be really quite amazing as you really figure out who you are, what kind of an artist you want to be, um,
oh yeah,
where you excel, and where you might need some assistance.
totally, totally. And one of the things that you are also tasked to do is help build our mentorship program and find the right mentors to be part of that. And when you were getting trained and throughout this, like you said there, you're not the master of everything.
No,
So uh I know Corinne's strong suits are not only her vocal ability, but her emotions, her dictation, her diction, how she also uses the space around her in the best way. And not only in video, but also at Worlds, we got to see that. And I'd like to tell everyone, watch on KWC USA, the YouTube channel, and also on the Karaoke World Championships main channel. The videos from the past World Finals, National Finals, you can see what all these people are doing. And some of them, you can always tell that when someone's not quite ready for it, or if it's someone's first time in the program. And that's why mentorship is so important, because you're going to get to tap into some of these people. And Corrine has built mentors who all have amazing, amazing strengths. Um, I had the photos and they're not working. I was going to pull them up, but one of our mentors is Thomas Hine, And Thomas Hine has not only been one of our competitors in 2019, but he's also a former record producer, and he also worked with a lot of boy bands and has done a lot in his music career. And he is retired from his music career, which is actually one of the reasons why he wanted to try out for this. And he was also a singer for many years and songwriter. And but he found such a sense of community at the Karaoke World Championships in 2019, and everyone's loving support like throughout as a competitor. And you don't get that in a lot of different competitions. You get a lot of, the negativity. Really, he didn't sense it at all, which is amazing, because sometimes people, it depends on who you're around. And he wants to try to get those people to get that same experience. But he also knows the importance of finding the right person for the world finals, because if we don't find the right person, and we don't takes everything from the mentors to the judges to the state directors, who are all in this together, find that next world champ. And he understands it. So he wants to help build these people up and give them the tools. Or so many times he looks at a video and he's like, these people are amazing if they did this, this, and this. And last year he was on the national finals judging panel and judged the videos. And he said, you know what, next year, I definitely want to be a mentor, because I want to be able to tell them, instead of scoring them and telling them, I'd rather tell them how to improve instead of just scoring them. And through this mentorship program, the mentors will actually can score your videos as well. They'll score in their own, give their notes, and then they can also reply to you. It's not even only for the Karaoke World Championships. You can utilize our mentors for other performances that you have coming up or other competitions, or with something that you're like, hey, I just want a quick info. I want to try this song. I'm trying this out for the first time. Would this be a good song choice? So this is not only for that, but the thing is that you also have to understand that they have a time schedule. You have a time schedule. So sometimes it'll be one-on-one. Sometimes it'll be via video and just little chats like that. So, but the mentorship program, even if you get only 10 minutes or get those notes or get that detail back from your mentors, is really important. And Thomas is amazing at that. Our other mentor, we have Miranda Rain, and she also goes by Lady Miranda. She's a recording artist. She has 2 albums out on Amazon Music, on Apple, Spotify, and you can also look up Lady Miranda on many channels, and you can also get her music. She was also a state director. She's also been a competitor in this. She's a former hip hop dance instructor, and has a lot of tools under her belt. And she's another one that really could benefit if you're having any struggles or anything. She's a great one to talk to, and she can also really help unlock your potential. And also we have Norman Liverpool III. And Norman Liverpool he's a coach. So he's a personal coach for people to help build you up, get you confident, get you thinking positive. But his degree is in music, and he's done music performance, and he's done musicals, and he's been part of our judging. And one of the things that his strong suit really is by helping you get the tools to even be confident to do this. It is scary. Look, we all understand about fear, which is why Corrine, when she said earlier, she's like, yeah, I wanted to quit. That's your fear talking. And one of the things about fear is that it encompasses you, it puts you in the wrong mindset. Sometimes you just need that coach to be like, hey, take a breath, and redirect you. And sometimes you just need that positive person to talk to. A lot of us get stuck in social media, which can be a very negative space. So even in your own friends group, sometimes you think someone who's supporting you don't realize what they're saying is negative, and it's actually impacting you. You don't even realize it. But he's someone who can really untap that for you. To make a video for the Karaoke World Championship video rounds is very scary. It's very hard. I've had people quit while making videos in the middle of a round just because they get so full of anxiety. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be karaoke. Karaoke is fun. We want you to still have fun even when you're doing it. We're not judging you on the video quality. We just want a good angle, and we want good sound. And we want to see you at your best. So again, if you're also making a video, make sure you look it over before you submit it. Sometimes you have to take it 2 or 3 times to find that right one, and they can choose out of them. And ask someone else their opinion before sending it, which is great with the mentors, because you have these four amazing individuals who can help you and be like, hey, why don't you try this once again? Or like, hey, this is the perfect video. And
Can I say something right here
yeah,
too? It's really tempting to get all of your karaoke friends or your family members or whomever to give you feedback on your stuff, but that can be a really, really bad place to go. So I would say, having experienced that, I would say talk to each of the mentors before you talk to any of your friends. Get their opinions, because we've been involved in the competition of this and what it takes. And yes, it is a lot of work, but you know what? When you do something that you are really proud of, that's the fun part.
exactly. Exactly. And I know that we're talking a lot about videos now. We all, and but the thing with the mentorship program is that it's not only for videos; it's for
Right.
people who are trying out at live venues around the U.S. We just kicked off our first live venue this past week in Alaska and in Bear Lake, so we're really excited. But if those people have tried out, get a membership, get those notes. If you have video of it, actually, we got videos of it too, which is we're really excited because we got all the videos
Oh, I
back,
can't wait to see those.
and we'll give those to our mentors to even take a look at, and then they can give you back the feedback because you want to now win your venue finals and then win your state finals and then win your national finals. So it doesn't matter if you're in Alaska or Nebraska. It can be it's from anywhere. If you're trying out, and even before you try out, if you just get a membership, even before you try out, you can start asking, hey, these are the songs I'm thinking of. Here's some quick videos. And the reason why I say videos is because we can't meet up with you live everywhere. We're all over all of our mentors are all over the place. And you never know when we're also add another mentor as well. Um, but the goal here is to help all of our singers, no matter the ones who are just starting out in KWC and who are even starting out in karaoke. Maybe they have a really good voice, but they're just starting to get on stage and they have stage fright or something like that. They can help guide you. The goal is to help win, to make you a winner and win a national and a world championship. It sometimes doesn't happen in the first year. Very few people win in the first year. Shia Howell, boom, she did it the first year. There's a
And
couple of,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. And Sia, well,
yeah.
Sia, it's funny because she won in her first year, but she actually started the journey in 2020.
Oh,
And because we shut down, she actually then came back. So she had a free ride back into the state finals, took that state finals, then came here and became not only our national champ, but a silver medalist in the world. And that is incredible. And it's an incredible story. She's an incredible person. We need to get her on one of these Q&As. And before we go, Corrine, oh, I've here. Someone asked a great question on here. Do you have an active group on Smule for mentorship?
Oh, that's a really great question. And I think she was the one that earlier I saw on the feed that she asked if you could participate in both the solo division and the duet division. Yes, you can. It is intense. The year in 3 days, I did 7 different performances,
Right.
7 different costumes, 7 different songs of memorizing words. Which I highly recommend that you memorize whatever it is. Do not depend on the words. In fact, the last year, I actually did. I got tracks that had no words on them, so that I either sank or swam on my own. But I don't know how you say your name, Molana. Um, you know what? I would be happy to put together a mentorship group on Smule. Um, it, if you will contact me, my ID on Smule is Corrine K. COREENK, and send me a note. It will go into my other inbox, but I will be checking, especially now, and I will get you into a group where, questions can be asked and answered, and that can be at any time of the day and night, and then we'll get to you as soon as possible. That's a
That's
great
great.
idea.
That
Thank
was a
you.
great question. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's probably the best question we've gotten. So,
Yes.
like, that was great. The other question that she had was, can you compete in solos and duets, like you said? But the
Mhm.
other thing that I always get singers asking me is, can I compete more than once? Can I do multiple venues? Can I do videos and do venues? Can I do it? Yes. Sometimes you don't make it in that first time.
Mhm.
Uh, we have a bronze medalist, Andy Neverready, who the first year he tried out 5 different places or 6 different places, and he only placed in a couple of them. And he still became like some champions of a different venue, and then went to state. And then it took him a few times, but he still did make it to national finals then. But he's a bronze medalist in the world. And sometimes it takes you also getting to know what you need to do. Sometimes you'll do that same song over and over and over. And you're like, it clicks, and you're like, oh, I see exactly what I'm doing. And I'm always saying video your performances, because that's extremely important. It also will help our mentors. Because if you're competing live and let's say you didn't move on, you can hit up our mentors. They don't have access to seeing you at that live venue. They have access to the notes and they have access to your scores, but they will then can see what happened. And you know what? Judges are subjective. Judges have a bad day. You don't know where they're coming from one day. They could have a terrible day or an amazing day. So your scores might be high one day and low one day. The thing is that the judges usually score really, really, really fairly, whether it's high or low. And if they're always some judges always will score low. They don't give high scores. You really need to impress them, like really impress them to get something over even a 7. Um, so, all right, before I let you go, what is the one thing you would like to tell the singers before they go to want to compete? What, like, in your experiences, since you've done this now since 2018?
Probably two things come to my mind right off of the bat, and I would say that probably if you can become the song you're singing, and what I mean when I say become the song, make sure that you are relating to every single line in that song, um, that you are telling that story. And the second thing is to enjoy. So, because if you enjoy it, if you just look like you're enjoying it, then other people are going to enjoy it too. And that's if you can have someone be completely immersed in the story that you're telling as you go through this song, um, they're going to relate to you. And I don't think there's anything more important than becoming the song and telling the story and having fun. I think, and even if it's a sad, get into the sad, you know, and if it's happy, we want to feel that you are feeling every single word, every single note, and so you might have a little clinker here and there. I can tell you that if the overall thing is that people feel you are absolutely feeling what you are singing and you're executing it anywhere near well, you're going to do well.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Corrine.
Gosh,
Again, guys, please take advantage of your don't take advantage of your mentors, but take advantage of the mentorship program. Uh, Even if you're just a beginning singer, you don't even need to try out. Like I'm always like, this is a great way to get feedback as a singer.
yeah, yes.
Um,
Membership has just, I think when you pay the membership, you already have the ability to then put in your track or your song. So it's worth it. It's just absolutely worth it.
yep. And you know what? I just had someone else ask a different question. How much is the membership for the year? It is $20. It's not that much. It's so much less than getting a vocal coach, and a vocal coach you're paying The minimum usually 40 an hour, or up to upwards of
Wow.
yeah.
More than
There are people pay thousands of dollars even just to meet with someone
and this
for an
is what
hour.
all of the mentors are doing for the love of it. We get nothing except for the enjoyment that we see as you progress and that you get better. That's what
Yep.
we want.
Yep.
So
And also when you see them win or you see them go to worlds or see them get to nationals, the pride you have and what you've helped them do and helping them achieve. Um, I got to watch Corrine from the beginning to the end, and just every time she got to that next level. And I was honored to be her vocal coach and her performance coach and keep on singing. So the strides she made along the way, and she was already amazing. But
I
to get
remember you telling me, no, no, the microphone. You've got to work on your microphone
Mhm.
skills. Up here, down here,
Yep.
pulling it down when you go to the high note. Those things I hadn't done.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I had to learn a lot.
exactly. What's funny is when people want to go softer, they tend to pull the mic away,
Oh,
and and it's like, no, you want to pull it closer, then go softer in your voice. And then when they belt, they actually want to they're like bringing up to their mouth, and when they always want to pull away. Those are coaching notes I have just for people in general
yeah.
when you're singing, because I sing this every day and I'm like, no, you want to
Yeah.
do the opposite of that. But thank you so much, Kareem. We have to move
Thank
on.
you,
Let's talk.
Josh.
I want to talk to these singers about how to get involved with this.
Great.
So thank you so
I'll be
much. Mwah.
looking for videos. Mwah. Send me
Awesome.
videos. Let's get
Yep.
started.
Get a membership and just start off, and we'll tell you. We're about to tell you more about where you can try out. So thank you, Kareen.
Great.
All right. Well, that was Kareen Kindred, and she was ninth in the world. She was fifth in the world. She's been in national finals multiple. She is amazing. Just an amazing person to tap into to enhance your skills. And if you're wondering who I am and you're just tuning in, I'm Josh Barron, the U.S. partner and national director of the Karaoke World Championships. And my task is to find that next champ and help direct you to winning the next World Championship. Now, next I'm going to talk about how do you try out? Well, there are a couple ways. Now, first of all, we already had our first video round, and in that, I'm going to show you the people who are. These are the people who competed in our winter challenge, and these top 8 are going to move to a video finals. But our gold medalist was Jinky Sowell, our silver medalist was Amber Fiend, and our bronze medalist was Theodore Foreman. And those scores are an average of 40 from all of our judges. Now, with this, you have a couple of days left. Some of these people were part of Enhance Your Chance. And in our video round, if you're a member, you can be part of the Enhance the Chance program. And what that means is if you get your videos in that first month, because these rounds are 2 months long, if you get your video in right away before the end of the month, which you have right now, let's see how many days you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get a video in for that to be part of Enhance the Chance. You'll get the judges' scores, and you'll get mentor feedback from your video, and you'll have a chance to either redo your video. You can keep your video the way it is and stay with it if you like the scores that you got. And you also get your notes, and you also can get mentorship, and they can tell you how to get better either at that song or maybe even a new song, or maybe get you into another song that might fit your voice or you as a person. And they'll also help you with some of the technical skills about your camera work, everything like that. Best way to do it is on a singing app. You can record a video at your local venues. And in fact, one of the venues we're doing live trials at, we actually are going to be shooting videos at that. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So we are in our spring video round. So get those in kwcusa.org. Go be a competitor. On that website, you can find all your information, who our mentors are as well, our judges, things like that, and all the news and the rules and the rubric and the scoring. So there's a lot of information on there. So last week we kicked off our first tryout in the U.S. and it's very exciting because I'm like, when you start the season, you sort of start off slow and then you build up. And we're in April. We usually kick off in April for live rounds, but we started in Alaska on March 23rd. We had our first singers were moving out to their venue finals over at Floater's Pub. Oh my God, that's over my face. Over at Floater's Pub in Alaska. And if you're in Alaska and you're near Bear Lake, we have 3 more tryouts. We have on the 30th, March 30th, April 4th, and also the 13th over at Floater's Pub. And but in April, on April 14th, we are extremely excited to do this. So we're going to be part of the Poteet Strawberry Festival in Poteet, Texas. It's about 40 minutes outside of San Antonio. It's one of the biggest festivals in Texas. They average about 350,000 people coming in and out of there visiting. And we're going to be doing open karaoke, but we're also going to be having an availability where you can record your video for the Karaoke World Championships, get your video right from the board, and have a video to submit for our video rounds. Just in case you can't make it to another final or make it back to the Poteet finals, the Strawberry Festival finals, because we do have certain hours we're going to be doing live qualifiers too at the festival. I'm going to put their logo on there. Boop. The Poteet Strawberry Festival. But if you go and you can't try out or you can't be there for the times of the tryouts or be there for the finals, you're going to be singing on the main stage on that Sunday. The main stage where all week long they have some of the top bands and artists playing there. They actually said, we want you guys to have your finals here for the Poteet Fest. And our top 3 singers are all going to get a place at the national finals, are all going to win placement into the national finals and win other prizes as well. We're really excited to have this. So there'll be times that you can come and try out. And those days of the Poteet Festival, let me edit that really quick, is April 14th, 15th, and 16th in Poteet, Texas, at the Strawberry Festival. And the 14th and 15th and 16th during the day, during the festival, we'll be doing some live auditions. And during that, it's just going to be very yes or no. And then you're going to go into the national finals and you'll be judged on our criteria of voice, technique, artistry, and stage presence. Again, you'll be able to get the notes back from that final round. And the final round will be on that Sunday night. It's really exciting. You'll get to be able to sing on a stage that you normally, unless you're a professional singer or musician, wouldn't be playing on. So we're really excited that they called us up and paired up with us. You can also do your video submissions from there too, and pay for your video submission, and we can get that taken care of right there. Also, so now we're going to move on to our other state that's going to be starting in April 24th. We have our first venue in Nevada that is competing with us, and that is at Free Zone. And their competition is going to be on April 24th, May 1st, 8th, and 15th, with the finals on May 22nd. And it'll be at 11 p.m. And I know that sounds late, but in Vegas, 11 p.m. is like 7 o'clock elsewhere. So come on down to Free Zone. That's our first venue. We're adding more venues every day. And then in Colorado, we have a lot of venues coming up. Our first one is at Finn McCool's on April 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th, with the finals on May 2nd. We have the Angry Clover, which I need to find the logo. There it is. Which is May 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th, with finals on May 31st. And the Buzz Crow Bistro on April 18th, 20th, 25th, and 27th, with May 2nd and May 4th. And then with the finals on May 18th. And in in there, those top singers are going to move on to their state finals. When they when they go into the venue finals, then they still have to win the top of the state final of the venue finals to move into the state finals. And we are working on the location and date as we speak. And then, so those are some of our new locations. We are adding live locations all over the U.S. I'm going to talk about in a little while about how you can also nominate your favorite venue or a really good venue to have tryouts where they have really good talent that you might see all the time. Or maybe you're that person who's like, I love this venue, I want to try out, I recommend them. If you recommend them, you go on kwcusa.org and they sign up, then you get a $50 finder's fee. So thank you so much for doing that. We already had that happen twice. And then at the national finals, from the state finals, we're going to be taking the top 5 to 6 singers, and they're going to move into the national finals of the Karaoke World Championships in August here in Las Vegas. And then the top singer is going to win a trip to top singer and top duet team are going to win a trip to Panama for the world finals. So how do we do this? Well, we have state talent directors, and we have some amazing state talent directors, and we have more coming on board. But one of them that I would like to introduce you to, she's waiting backstage, and her name is Monique Gouchard. I hope I said it right, and I'm sure she's already said nope. It's all right. I know you, but she actually was our state director in 2020. And we never got to finish that season. She started doing qualifiers, and that's where we found Sia, our U.S. and world champ. And when I say world champ, and when someone places in the top 3 at Worlds, to me they're a world champ. They're a world champion. Even if they do that final round, anyone who makes it to the world finals is a U.S. champ. So, or is their country champ. So it's really amazing to have them. But I would like to introduce you to Monique, and I'm going to bring her into the room right now. Hi, Monique.
Hi, how are you, Josh?
How are you?
Oh, how's my sound? I think you froze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, you're back. Yes.
Yes, yeah. All of a sudden, I saw that my thing was spinning right there. Yeah. So, Monique, welcome back to the Karaoke World Championships.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
Yep. And last year, we tried to get you back, and you handed it off. You didn't have the time to do it, but you did have your venue in part of it, and I'm sure you were really excited about our world champ since she came from you.
Yes, I'm so proud of. I'm just so happy to even be a part of her journey. Just a little bit there in the beginning, but I just love it. Yeah.
And you've been really busy marketing and looking for these people and looking for these venues. And I'm seeing you post all over Colorado. If you're on the Colorado Facebook pages, I'm sure you've seen it. We're also going to be increasing our marketing this year as well and finding other ways to market. But yeah, and you have a lot of venues. I'm looking at your list of venues. I'm like, oh my gosh. You already have 3 venues, and we're not even in April yet. So that's amazing. That's amazing. What does it mean to be a state talent director?
You know, you actually said it earlier. I have this excitement and love for all my singers, and actually having found Sia, that's a lot of pressure. We want to find hopefully the next national champ, if not world champ, again here in Colorado. And I have a feeling we could probably do that. Yes, I just said that's all the other directors. I'm hoping we find the next one right here in Colorado. I have some great venues that are lined up, that are about to sign up, and I just want to see all this great talent hit the stage and show us what you have. I don't know. I just have, like I said, it's a lot of love and excitement, and I'm there to support you. And I don't know. I just can't wait to see where you go in your journey, your karaoke world journey. So.
Yeah. Now, one of the things when I was a state director, and then I found as a national director, and what I love about this competition is this, first of all, you're already part of the karaoke community. You know that there are hosts out there or singers out there who only go to certain venues, who sometimes don't come to your venue. This is a way to get them into new venues, get them to even be deeper in the community, meet other people who are other venues, meeting other people who are other hosts who normally wouldn't do that. And you end up, it's this community grows. Like I know I can go all around the world and call someone and be like, hey, I'm coming into town. And they'll be like, yes, they're so excited to see me. Sometimes they'll even offer me a place to stay. But you grow this family. You find out when you're in a certain state and you go elsewhere or another venue, you actually find people who are very similar to the people you're at in another venue. And you're like, whoa, this is so weird. It's like a doppelganger effect. The other thing is, as a host, it's really hard to make friends with other hosts because everyone thinks they're out to get their venue or whatever. And really, we're all doing the same thing. We're all about finding that next venue, and finding that next singer. And it's a great way to bridge the community together that might be a little bit splintered in areas, and get everyone on that same path of like, hey, no, I'm not here to do that. Your singer could win. Like, we know that these singers can be anywhere. And it's funny because I have hosts who are like, well, I won't do it if this person's involved or like. And it's always like, no. Wouldn't you be proud for your singer who's coming from your venue? It has nothing to do with this other person. And also, sometimes you end up finding that common place where you're both like, oh, we're both doing the same thing. And we're both, and as a host, it's hard because it's hard to trust other people. People come to your venue all the time who are trying to get into the karaoke business as a host and try to take your venues. So I understand that kind of worry from them. But this is a great way to get that community back together. And in Washington State, we built such a strong community. It's still so incredibly strong out there. Arkansas has a very strong community. And pretty much a lot of places do. But once you're part of this competition, it like grows stronger in a way. And then you also become friends with people from other states and seeing what they're doing and how sometimes you can even like you find out from a state director who might be doing something a little bit differently, how to get better. What are these tricks of the trade? And you've had a successful state director before you, Miranda, who is part of our crew and part of the mentorship program. So, and she's been part of all aspects of it. So it's great because you have that support,
Yeah.
and when you get the other venues on, you also end up gaining the support of those venues. It's also a great way to cross promote karaoke all over the US, whether it's your show or someone else's show. I love introducing people to new venues. So I'm always excited because I'm like, I always want to find that next venue. And it might not have the best sound, but maybe they have a really good library, or maybe they have a really fun host, or just have a really great energy in there, or a giant club, or there's so many different ways to do karaoke. And you have a big task ahead of you.
Yeah, but I love it. I'm ready to take it on. It has to be
and now and Monique is the first state director to sign up this year. We've been talking to a lot of people, been in multiple meetings. It takes a lot to make that commitment. We understand that. We want to thank you on that. We actually just had our second state director sign up from Massachusetts, Rich Vogel. He's actually been a competitor before during COVID on through the video rounds. And he also is ready to take all the other states on because he's from Boston and he talks about all these world champs from Massachusetts who come from all over. And he's really loves competition, but he loves karaoke and what it stands for and the heart of it and the love of it. Even though it's a competition, and he's really excited to be part of it and to bring in the East Coast. And we're going to have venues there. We're working with Alaska. We're working with a couple different people in Illinois and Missouri and Florida, and all these people want to come on. And not all states are going to have state directors. It sometimes happens because we're not going to tell a venue no, but we usually have to work around it and have different parameters. But we always like a giant sample of a state, not a giant, well, as big as we can get, because if you just have one venue, you're not getting a good sample size. Because, like I said, that world champ, they could be out on a farm somewhere, and their local pub that's nearby that does karaoke and might only have 20 people who go there regularly. That champ can be there. So it doesn't matter if it's a small venue that might be slow or a big venue that might be swamped. They're out there. they're out there, right?
Sia was in a very small venue right here in Aurora. Most people
Yep.
didn't even know that venue was there, and she walked in one day. So
Yep.
it was just like a 1 in a million. Just,
Yep.
yeah, it was
Exactly.
amazing.
Exactly. Well, Monique, I don't want to take any more of your time, but I want to thank you so much for being part of this and part of the journey. And, we're always here and we're always going to be there to help you. So keep up the great work and let's see if you get another world champ this year.
I know. Yes, I'm ready for the challenge. Let's find them.
And also the karaoke host that was at the venue in Aurora when Sia placed, he ended up with a trophy for himself, like a plaque and everything. And it's really exciting. I know he said he wants to do it again. So
Yes, he's signing up very soon, as far as I know.
awesome. So watch out, guys. And hosts, if you're out there and you have a venue that you work at, you can also sign up your venue. First, talk to the venue, make sure it's okay with them. But it's also a great way to also help build your business as a host, get new singers in, but also to meet new people from all over and find that next champ because you get rewarded as well. And it's a great experience, I think, for everyone overall. So, all right. Thank you so much, Monique.
Thank you, Josh. Happy singing, everyone, and good luck.
Awesome. Yep. Definitely see you at Nationals.
Definitely. Bye.
Bye. All right. So we talked about where to try out and we talked to a state director. Now, people are like, how do I sponsor? How do we find these venues? How are we doing it? First of all, we call around the US. We do have people who nominate the venues. We're always looking for the best of the best around the US. However, I got to say that some of the best singers actually come from the best dive bars in the world. They might not have the best sound, but they're fun, entertaining. And again, you can find these songs anywhere. So now if you're a host or you're a venue and you're watching this, a lot of people are like, well, how do I sign up? How do I do this? Well, so first of all, you go to kwcusa.org. That's the first thing. And it's the same thing you do as a singer because you go there also to sign up as a competitor. Now, a venue fee is actually $300. And what that includes, it includes 3 to 5 weeks of a competition with a venue finals. We are transparent in everything we do here. So we always want to let you know. And I know that $300 seems a lot. However, throughout those weeks, those bars are going to have increased revenue. We do have the data on that too. If you want to see it, it's not an issue. But once that venue signs up for 3 to 5 weeks, they're going to have these qualifiers and then a venue finals with those top singers coming back to be part of that venue finals to find out who is going to be going on to either a state final or a national final. Now, in states without state directors, if they have 3 venues competing, there will still be a final in that state. But if it's just a venue, they'll be sending their top 1 or 2 to the national finals. But they will not be winning the trip unless the venue wants to be part of it. We also sign up things like churches, American Legions or Elk Clubs, Rotary Clubs, karaoke rooms that also do private karaoke where you can rent out the rooms. It's a great place to get people who you'd never see because they own karaoke rooms, or people who just love going to karaoke rooms because they can go with their friends and just party and not worry about a long rotation. People also, you can do venues at there are ballrooms out there and hotel rooms. In hotels that do karaoke there because the ballroom's just sitting there. So they sometimes have a weekly show or a weekly show in their front bar. Those are great place. A lot of venues say, can I just send my champs to nationals? If you're the only venue in that state, which if we get 1 venue in a state, we always try to get at least 3 to have a finals. But if you're the only venue, yes, you can send your champ to nationals. There are multiple ways. Now, if you have a state director and you have a venue and you don't want to do a multi-week and you just want to do a one-off, there is a one-off where you can just have a one qualifier day, and then you would send your top 3 singers to whatever state final that is in. But that's only if you have a state director. The other thing is when it's at festivals, they're usually multiple days. So that's why we say there's the one-off. It's only a 1-day event. Now, I love that you guys are watching and everything. if you know your favorite venue, please tell us who they are. Go to KWC. Don't write it in the comments because I'll see it. It's not the right spot. Just go to KWC USA.org and tell us who your favorite venue is and what you think is a favorite venue. A lot of people have actually told us convention centers and things like that. And we are looking into it about having just one massive audition day at convention centers or in ballrooms all over. So we could be coming to a city near you, even without having a venue being part of it. Now, as a state director, we are looking for state talent directors. What a state talent director does is they're not only looking for the next state champ and U.S. and world champ, but they're also looking for great venues to be part of it and to bring into the community. Now, the state director fee, I'm going to tell you right off, it is $17.50, and that's might sound like a lot to people, but I'm going to show you that $17.50. There we go. So $17.50, and that gives you the license to use our logo. It gives us all the usage for the scoring software, which also a venue, when they pay in $300, they get that use of the logo. They also get use of the scoring software as well. And it gives you the permission to run this competition in your state. You'd be signing up a venue for $300, like we were talking about earlier. However, you're going to get half of that back. And every person who tries out, you're going to get half of that back. So there's a way to get back all that money. And then when you have, and also build enough revenue at the end where you can even send more than just your singer. That $17.50 though also covers your champ's trip to Las Vegas, the flight and the hotel. So you don't have to worry about that as a state director. It's built in there. We're really excited to build it this way and show you a benefit. We also want to give back to our state directors to have a strong state. That's why we give you back half of everything, half the venue fees and half also the tryout fees for everyone. We also, as a state, when you're sign up as a state director, we give you training documents and a how-to guide, a how to hold a competition, what you're looking for. One of the great things that we have is, here, I'll show you right here. You get materials like this one sheeter right here. And this is how you can bring it up to someone. It's just a proposal sheet. It shows all the costs on there. It's a fantastic tool and guide. And it's just a nice brief one sheet on how to succeed as Karaoke World Championships. As a state talent director, we always are looking for someone who also has experience maybe running events. If you're even someone who maybe might not be a singer, but you have a good eye for talent or good eye for event management and you love throwing events, this is a great one for you. You can also make money at it. And you'd have to just, if you follow the recipe that we give, you're not going to have a problem with that. Looking for venues in your area, in a whole state, seems like a daunting task. But we do have lead forms, and we also do have singers from all over who are always saying, please send people my way. It's also a great way for people who are karaoke hosts who might be a multi-op. That's how I started when I was a state director, when I co-owned Absolute Karaoke, we had 13 venues at the time. And after having the Karaoke World Championships, not only did it help build our business in Seattle, it helped us branch out and get new venues, bring new venues into the competition, and also get together with other karaoke hosts we knew and were friends with, and got to know that karaoke community as a whole. Because as a group of hosts and as a group of people in the karaoke industry, the more people you know and you network in, the stronger you are. And also sometimes you might not like someone because of jealousy. When you get to know them, you realize that they're doing the same thing as you. There's no reason for jealousy or negativity. Looking for singers, I know that as a host, I get those people all the time who come into my venue who I look at, I'm like, oh my God, these people are amazing. Why are you not on tour? Why are you not with a band? And a lot of them, because they have 9-to-5s or life got in the way, or they just don't know how. And that's one of the reasons the Karaoke World Championships. These are the people that could represent your venue, not only as a host, but as a state talent director. State talent directors can have a lot of fun too, because they can go to all these different karaoke shows and start scoping people out. It's really cool. And one of the other payoffs, and it's always amazing, is to hold the state finals venue. the venue for the state finals, and hold at state finals there and get to watch everyone go through that. Oh, it's usually multi-round. We usually charge at a door, but that would be all yours to control. And then you would have the judging software. You get instant results and notes from the judging software. And so you can call it right at the end. And from that state finals, you'll find out who your state champ is. And it is seriously electric. When you're done with the state finals, you're like, oh my God, what just happened? And you're so overcome with like emotion, and you're sort of with these singers and you watch them on their journey. And then you lead them all the way to the national finals. You help them hone their tools along with our mentors. And it's amazing. We do make your posters for you. We do a lot of the marketing with you. We can show you how to market better. We have different platforms that we use, and we're always here to support you. Now, a lot of people ask about judges. Now, a state director, if you're a state director, you do have the task of finding judges for your competition. If you're a local venue, you are at task to find these local judges. However, how do we choose these people? Well, we prefer not to just choose whoever from the bar, especially Drunken Joe, who might be sitting there and who hates karaoke. That's always a bad choice. However, there are people who we know who are in bands, who are in the music industry, vocal coaches, teachers who are in music, people who have a music degree, people who work at Guitar Center or School of Rock, in all these different areas, or maybe a local music school or local shop. Those are people are great prospects to being judges. And also, you can make someone who might be a musician who doesn't really like karaoke, you can convert them into that person who does like karaoke, because they're going to realize really quick that these singers are also musicians. A lot of them have just not had that chance to be on that stage, or don't have the time to hone their craft in the way that a musician, that someone who's a professional musician is. But if you meet that judge, or you want to judge, if you're out there and you're a person who is a musician or a vocal coach or a karaoke host, or someone who loves karaoke or loves to hear it, and you always watch the idol programs, you're always like, why are the judges? Why is this the results? We want you to apply as a judge. We can help you find local venues. We'd love to help out our state directors that way as well. You can go on kwcusa.org for that as well and sign up as a judge. And then we do just like a quick little once around, and to make sure that you have the right criteria for that. But the skills that you need is you have to understand pitch and what entertainment is and the style of dress. Again, we have all those materials. And also, as a judge, we will walk you through, and we have a video training that takes seriously 4 minutes of your time to learn how to use the judging software, how to log in, put the name in, put the scores in, and put your notes. Once your notes are in, your scores are in, they're locked in. You can't go back and change them. So you have to keep scoring the same type of way. And how to apply again is at kwcusa.org. And and our photographer is on. He's from national finals last year, and he's amazing. Greg Scoop Boxley, he's such a great guy. Thank you so much for shooting last year at nationals. We can't wait to have you as our photographer again as well. And the other thing that we are always looking for too is more support staff, more help with our marketing and our admin team, an influencer who can help spread the word. Maybe you're an influencer who loves to sing and wants to try your hand at the Karaoke World Championships. Please contact us. We are also working on getting more of our videos out and building a channel and a revenue stream on that, where people can find you that way. One of the things with singers, I'm always like, why aren't you promoting yourself? One of the things we like to really try to do is promote our singers so they can also have opportunities that other people don't. When I've talked to a lot of former champs, they're always saying that what stands out with the Karaoke World Championships is the opportunities you get to sing on stages throughout the United States and out the world. And not only that, have opportunities at different shows and different conventions, things like that, to come and show off your talents again. We love showcasing our singers multiple times throughout the year. And this is a great way to do it. If you want to know more, you're interested and you're just confused on how to do it, it is not a problem. That That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. You can get us at KWC Team USA at Gmail. I don't know why that just didn't pop up. There we go. Or you can also always find more information on kwcusa.org. Now, if you're a business and you want to sponsor the Karaoke World Championships or even a singer, there are ways to do that too. You can reach out to us on the kwcusa.org website. We do have documentation and things like that for your business. We have a great sponsor in the world called Singa. Now, Singa is a great platform especially for a karaoke host who might not have legal music and you are looking for latest music and legal music. Singa is a great platform. And Singa also has, so it goes on an iPad. It is HD video, HD sound. It's really easy to work. It's almost like a Spotify of karaoke, but you get your favorite brands like Sunfly on there, Karaoke Channel and Stingray's on there, Zoom, Karaoke Factory, a bunch of party times on there. And so you have a lot of access to a lot of music really quickly. You also get really cool, like sort of like this music montage behind the lyrics, and you can go to singa.com to find out more. It's a great way to increase your business. If you're a venue that also doesn't have karaoke and you don't have a host, this is a great way where you can get started and maybe have your bartender host until you can find a host. There's a lot of great ways to do it. With sponsorship, they're a great sponsor. And but we have levels of sponsorship too. You can be a basic small sponsor. You can sponsor a lot. You can be a brand affiliate. We can do brand affiliates with you and promote your product and show it how it works. We have worked with iRig, and they're an amazing company. I still use their microphone. I still have it all over here, and we gave out microphones to everyone that year. It was really amazing, and you could use them with Smule and all your singing programs. And we've also worked with a lot of other brands as well on karaoke stuff. But we also do a lot of web and handbills and social media, and we can always add you into that and brand you as well. Sponsoring a singer, it's never a problem. You can either come to us or you can also go directly to the singer if you know of that singer. Singers need help trying to figure out this because they always need money for makeup or gowns or clothing or vocal coaches, or how are they going to get to Vegas, or how are they going to eat in Vegas at national finals. It's always great to get sponsors. And in this day of influencers, that's what influencers are all about. So we will also try to help mentor you in that as well. And we have some videos on that. And but we would love to get more sponsors. But at the same time, we're doing a great job the way we are right now. But I would like to thank all of you for watching. Remember, we do have the Poteet Strawberry Festival coming up on April 14th, 15th, and 16th in Texas. We're going to be putting out a video on that. We currently have the qualifiers going on in Alaska at Floaters Pub on the 30th this week, and also on April 4th and 13th. And we have Colorado about to kick it off, starting with Finn McCool's on the 4th of April. So we're really excited. I want to thank you all for watching and being part of this. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And also, if you have any questions, why don't you, if you want to ask, now is the time to ask questions about the Karaoke World Championships. And before we're done for the day. Because this is a Q&A, and I haven't really, we've only had a couple questions so far come through. And again, also, while you're doing it, Corrine set up a Smule KWC USA 2023 mentorship page group on Smule. So there's a great group over there where you can also help share all that, the fun songs and things like that. But again, it'd be limited to mentorship. So you need to get a membership for that. But I'm going to call last call on questions. And I know this was a last minute thing for a lot of you who might not have known. But again, you can always find out more or reach out to us at kwcusa.org. Find us on Facebook, KWC Team USA, on YouTube at KWC USA channel. We're also on Twitch with the Karaoke World Championships USA page. And soon we'll be back on Twitter. We left Twitter for a while, and we're also going to be having a Pinterest soon. And we're going to be having TikTok very soon. So we will see you all very soon. If you are doing a video, remember it has to be a full-length video. It can't only be 30 seconds. And we got a question. New Mexico. Ivan, we're talking to a current venue in New Mexico, and we're looking for a couple more. And it is in our plans, and we can't wait to have New Mexico back. We had New Mexico in 2019 before the pandemic, and we're in the middle of rebuilding stuff from the pandemic. So we're just still adding venues, and we kick off in April, but we have all the way till the end of June, the first week of July, the second week of July to hold a state final somewhere. So we have time to still add more venues. If you know of a venue, you can nominate the ones that you like to go to at kwc.org, usa.org. And thank you all so much. Again, the website has a lot of material. There's also a lot of stuff out there, a lot of stuff on Facebook. You can watch a lot of the videos, see what people are doing in their videos, especially the last few years during COVID, because that is when we got the best videos. Because everyone seemed to perfect their videos because we all got stuck in our house. We have great mentors who can help you with your videos and help you perfect that. They don't have to be state of the art. It is hard to do videos sometimes because you also not only are singing, but you also have to be your own producer and figure out the technology. But seriously, it could be as easy as setting up a speaker near your phone and singing to a song and having your phone record it. But there's a lot of different trainings on there, and I can also help you out too. On our next Q&A, we're going to go over on how to making a better video. There's also the video that Kareen made. The singing apps are a great tool for you to use to make videos. Let's see. Oh, Ivan, if you can email me, Ivan, I have a venue. Awesome. Great. You can go to kwcusa.org and contact us. You can also email us at kwc teamusa at gmail.com and send us some information, and we'll get in touch with you. And Kareen, who was on earlier and is our KWC mentorship director of mentorship, she posted this. That's where her Smule group is for anyone who is a member who is looking for mentorship. So we have our mentor team that will all probably be on there, and she'll share that with them, and we'll get you all the help you need to make better videos and to be prepared for the national finals. In the national finals, we actually do ask for singers now. The first round is by video. So even singers who tried out at local venues, we're still going to have a video component when we get to nationals because we like evening the playing field with everybody. But thank you all so much. We can't wait to find out who our next U.S. champ is. We know they're out there. It might be someone who is coming back from the past. Our last champs from last year, the top 8 are actually top 9 are invited to come back to the U.S. national finals to battle. They don't need to try out again at their local venues. They already got the spot in there. And then once we also are done at Petite Strawberry Festival, the top 3 singers from there are going to be invited to the national finals. Usually national finals, we have about 60 to 70 singers, soloists. In 2019, we had 90 soloists. So we don't usually like going that high, but we're trying to find a world champ, and it can be you. Now is your time to shine. Now it's your time to have fun also in a competition and test your abilities as a singer. I know a lot of times I used to think when I go to other venues, like, oh, I'm better than them. And you'll see someone win at a karaoke competition. Try out. If you're going to a venue and they have qualifiers, you might as well try out. I mean, it can be scary, but what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You get to bump the line and get to sing in the competition. And I know that's actually how we found Andy Never Ready. It was he tried out, and then he was like, oh, hey, I can do this more, and kept trying out. And he ended up being a bronze medalist in the world in Finland and sang in a historic stage and that also was part of the Finland Voice. It was the Finland Voice stage. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm Josh Barron, the National Director of the Karaoke World Championships. You can also find me on Facebook and also Instagram as the Karaoke Baron, hashtag the Karaoke Baron. Also, if you didn't already know, we do have a Instagram page, and that is hashtag KWC USA. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you again. We're going to be planning another Q&A in just a couple of weeks on a Tuesday night. And yep, get in touch with us, guys, and we will talk to you later. Thank you so much to Monique and also Corrine for being part of this Q&A session today. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you again, and you can be the next Karaoke World Champion.